Oh, God. Hello, Sam.
Hello, Helen.
All right, this is our first very amateur attempt at a podcast. And this is for the website to moving forwards, working backwards. The book I've written on strengths-based neurodivergence. And I thought it was fitting since you contributed a lot to the book. And we are a neurodivergent couple that we do the first podcast together. So nothing planned, fly by the seat of our pants. Although I think there'll be another one after this. This is our practice. So I've talked about the strengths, the positives, about an ADH and AS relationship. For those tuning in, that means attention divergent and highly sensitive, and autistic spectrum. I'm very passionate, as I know you are, Sam, about getting rid of pathologizing language and even the acronyms of ADHD and ASD don't make people feel good about themselves. So I think for the first podcast, it'd be good to just talk about some of our strengths in being neurodivergent and also, to be fair, some of the struggles we have in our difference. So is that okay with you?
Wow, I'm just going to lay it all out there right in the beginning. Sure.
Well, we're only giving ourselves 10 minutes, so don't get too concerned.
So 5 minutes of strengths and 5 minutes of all the shitty things. Is that right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Um, all right. So neither of us found out till later in life that this applied to us, and I I'm more likely to talk. That's part of my ADHDness and being an extrovert and an external processor. But I'm wondering if you, since we realised together that you were on the autistic spectrum quite a number of years into our relationship, do you want to say something about that discovery and what that meant for you?
Well, I think in true Aspie ADH style, we discovered this through a fight. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, which was about me not tuning into my partner and your needs. And another Aspie thing, I'm not good on the detail, but I know that we were sitting in our little villa in Thailand, and I think you went and Googled and found all this information, and then I went, "Oh yeah, that's me. Yeah, that's me. That's me." And it was like this light bulb. It's like, oh, it's like coming out all over again, but at a much deeper level, I think. So
Mhm. Yeah. It was such a mix of emotions. I think one of the things that, again, helping many other people and going through this journey ourselves, that I realised is that, as they say, knowledge is power. So by starting to understand you through a different lens, and a bit later on, hopefully the other way round, it helped me be more understanding and kind. Not always, because that's the heart of relationships, trying to not take your partner for granted. But it gave me a different way to look at some of the things in you that I was struggling with without understanding.
mm.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, definitely. I think when I think about, okay, what were those things that was making me go, oh yeah, that's me, that's me. It was really, they almost sound, I don't know, like too good to be true. It's like, grew up riding horses, was a tomboy, often just felt out of place, like doing things by myself. My special interests were horses. I needed just, one best friend. I kind of always was able to fit in to the point where I never really I didn't experience any bullying at school, but I also felt different. And they're
Mm.
probably the key things that would I think are still true today. Like I'm really good at masking, to the point that probably most people wouldn't even suspect that. Um, yeah, that I was autistic,
That's
and
a
some
really
people even challenge me when I say that. Actually, sorry that.
Yeah, that's a really common thing, I think, for highly adaptable neurodivergent people. It's ironic in a way because a lot of people spend time masking, but there's the other side of that, that if you come out in that way, it can be challenged because lots of people don't have an understanding of highly adaptable neurodivergent people, right?
Oof,
So,
yeah.
um, and also I think the ways that you are at work, for instance, are very different from in your primary relationship where you can just be yourself more. I'm aware we put 10 minutes on this first podcast and we'll see how we go. But I think, conversely, one of the big things for me in working backwards from my son, who was recognised as an ADHD in year 12, and was very good at masking. We always knew he was a highly sensitive young man, but had, lots of friends, flew under the radar, coped with academia until the hard stuff of the last couple of years. And so, even then I didn't really see it. And then various people in my family I kind of recognised. Um, and it just took a while, and sometimes it does because the way women present, there's whole generations of ADHs that aren't recognised. Same with autism, same with the combination of both, which we'll talk about another time. So, in effect, there were a number of light bulb moments for me that helped me understand myself, and I hope helped you understand me. And one of the big ticket items is rejection and justice sensitivity. Um, I am highly emotional and relational, and that creates an intensity that not everyone puts value on. And you were a brave woman to enter a relationship with a extroverted, externally processing ADHD. We're complete opposites, but that's part of the attraction, I guess. But the rejection and justice sensitivity is still not talked about as much as I'd like to see in the neurodivergent space. And it just helped me so deeply understand how I could take things, and many other people in my family that's true of, take things very personally. My mum, bless her, I can say this mum because she passed away now, but it was something our family used to tease her about and talk uh, about, her fear of missing out or taking things personally. She has so many amazing qualities, but it was a really big thing for her, that rejection sensitivity, like, massive, and of course never recognised. But also that drive for social justice. So that can be very small things like equity issues in our family, right through to just jumping on the bandwagon of something that makes me really upset that someone's being treated poorly. So I guess I was a prime candidate for going into therapy. Going into therapy, yes, but becoming a therapist. Uh, so, Sam, I reckon you should have the last word. Any comments about, the impact of that?
Well, I think it has certainly helped me in our relationship, knowing um, a whole new kind of side to myself and also of you, because I think it is those those ways that we are in the world can be our respective superpowers, but it's also where we can get really stuck. So I guess being able to pull out at times and reflect and see, even though I'm not always that good at it, but um, going, oh, okay, that's why I did that, or okay, that's why Helen reacted that way, has
So
been very
maybe,
helpful.
sorry, maybe that could be something for the next podcast to talk about how those differences can create struggle in a relationship if you're not aware of them, or even when you are. But
Mm,
it
yeah.
leads to strategies to do something different and be more uh, kind, compassionate, and understanding if you out there are in a relationship with a neurodivergent person. All
Mm.
right. Hey, thanks. Our first podcast.
Yay!
See you later.
Was. Bye.